A very good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. And in this episode of Nurture Life, we have brought a rare gem with us. We are going to talk with Mr. Sachidanand Singh, who is the current principal of Colvin Talukadar. And he is a name who is synonymous with integrity, literary depth, and transformative education. For nearly 4 decades, he has been more than a principal. He has been a mentor, a mirror, and a revolutionary in the classroom. From the early days of at St. Francis College till now, leadership at Colin Khudar, his journey has been guided not just by policy or pedagogy, but by poetry and a profound belief in shaping not just the students, but human beings. Thank you so much for joining us, sir, tonight. It's such a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you, Ahmed, for having me. Such a pleasure speaking to you.
तो सर वैसे तो मुझे मालूम है कि आपको अपने बारे में बात करना ज्यादा पसंद नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी कुछ तो आपसे बात करना चाहेंगे आपके बारे में, स्पेशली आपकी जो जर्नी है एज अ टीचर. आई मीन यू स्टार्टेड ऑफ एज अ टीचर इन 1986 आई थिंक. एंड तो कैसे रुझान क्लासरूम की तरफ कैसे हुआ आपका?
Yeah, all this happened just by chance. There was a time when we were doing our MA and we used to go to play basketball in the evening. And
Right.
I think we had appeared for the MA exam, but the results were not yet out. And we were playing basketball along with the principal, the vice principal. And then after the game, we were sitting in the principal's office and he asked me if I would be interested in teaching. I said, not at all. I don't think I am the kind of stuff teachers are made of. He said, why? What's your problem? You've been doing your MA English. You can teach. I said, no, but we have great teachers over here. Teachers like Mr. Basil Joseph, Mr. Robinson. How can I compare with them? I don't think I'll be able to stand in front of them. Is that nonsense? All these teachers, they studied their books many years ago. You're coming fresh from the university, and therefore you'll be full of ideas.
Right.
So I gave it a shot, and here I am.
So your calling थी basically जो principal ने आपको बुला कर दी थी कि भाई this is going to be your calling.
Yeah.
So कोई बुक, कोई टीचर, किसी ने आपको बहुत इम्प्रेस किया हो जिसकी वजह से आपका जो पढ़ाने का तरीका है या जो जो कुछ आपने डेवलप किया उस पर असर पड़ा हो?
जी, लखनऊ में बेसिकली 2 स्कूल्स चला करते थे इंग्लिश के. एक तो वो स्कूल था जो फॉर्म में बहुत ही एंग्लिसाइज्ड, उनके एक्सेंट हुआ करते थे, बहुत ही प्रोनाउंसिएशन तलफ्फुज के ऊपर जोर होता था. और दूसरा स्कूल वो था जो कंटेंट में काफी हैवी था. तो आई थिंक आई बिलोंग टू द लैटर ग्रुप. I may not be speaking English in the way an Englishman speaks, but I think I belong to that school which believes in putting content in the language.
Right.
So that is how I see myself.
Okay. तो अच्छा, एक और सवाल मैं टीचर के उससे पूछ लेता हूँ. ये बताइए कि इतने सालों में जब आप एकेडमिक्स से जुड़े हुए हैं, so has your definition of a good teacher changed over this course?
See, a good teacher simply lights up the classroom. We can't have definitions. It is something that you have to experience. When you're sitting in class and suddenly you forget that you are feeling sleepy, you forget that you forgot to have your breakfast, you forget that you haven't completed your homework, and you just get connected to whatever is going on. That is my definition of a great teacher. All the books, they tell you to do things step by step, make your lesson plans like this, like that. All that is okay, in the sense that we need to have some kind of a format. But great teachers are different. They just walk into a classroom and the atmosphere changes. That is a good teacher.
So now let's talk about something which you deeply, deeply love, literature. उस दिन भी जब आपसे बात हो रही थी तो आपने लिटरेचर पे बहुत ही अहम चीजें कुछ बोली थी मुझे,
जी.
तो उनके बारे में बात करते हैं. सो व्हाट इज लिटरेचर टू यू?
See, the human language is in a process of evolution. The human language was born, things were added to it, it began expressing things, ideas, a lot of those things that people thought could never be expressed. And language became more and more potent as the years went by. And the highest thing that you can do with language is to create literature. The literature is the finest expression of language. It is the highest thing that language is capable of doing. And literature in various countries, various cultures, is of so many kinds. But wherever it is, it expresses something that is central to the lives of those people who are speaking that language. That is what literature is. I think if we go back in time, all our religious books, the scriptures, everything has been written in the language of poetry. Why do you think they have chosen poetry and not prose to express themselves? Because that is the highest that you can do with words, compose poetry out of them. And all poetry is not, just human desires, human aspirations. There is a higher kind of poetry as well that connects you with the higher truths and things that science talks about. I think that is what literature is. In order to understand a people, if you're going to a new country, you want to understand them, well, history will give you an idea. The current affairs will give you some kind of an idea. But if you have read their literature, then you know exactly where you are going and what you have to do. That is what introduces you to that culture. It is the key to every culture.
So is there some book or some lines or something to which you return more
Well,
and more and quite often?
Bilkul. I liked the poetry of Eliot. I liked the poets in the 1930s, Auden and the other people, Spender, Louis MacNeice, and all these people. I followed poetry till Philip Larkin, the poets of the 50s. And after that, I began to focus on poetry in the Urdu language, especially contemporary poetry that's going on, and some very beautiful poetry is coming up in Urdu in India and Pakistan these days. I never expected the younger generation to create such beautiful literature, but they are doing it commendably. And then my focus shifted, more to Indian writing in English, then Urdu writing in English, and those people who were writing in India. So that's it.
The other day, you explained one of the ghazals, one of the couplets actually, दिखाई दिए कि यूं बेखुद
Mir
किया
Taqi Mir.
मीर तकी मीर you. And I think that was the first time कि मैंने किसी को जो है वो उसे इतने अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन, बल्कि वो जो एंगल है वो एक्सप्लेन करते हुए सुना. सुना, मुझे पसंद है, मैंने पचासों हजारों बार सुनी है.
I absolutely love the poetry of Mir Taqi Mir because he leans towards spirituality. Ghalib is more of a man of the world, he's a philosopher. Mir is not a philosopher. Mir is a poet. And it is very easy for poets and artists, to connect with spirituality. Ramakrishna Paramhans also said that once. मीर साहब का जो शेर है, दिखाई दिए यूं कि बेखुद किया हमें आप ही से जुदा कर चले। हम लोग लता मंगेशकर की आवाज में सुनते रहते थे तो लगता था कि बड़ा अच्छा गाना है, बट देन बेखुद, there was a point at which I thought, what is he talking about? Bekhud doesn't mean intoxicated. Bekhud over here means unselfed. So the meaning now changes. He says, the moment I saw the truth, I changed. I became separated from my own self. I was unselfed. जो मैं पहले था उसके अलावा मैं कुछ और हो गया. Now here is a very, very interesting point. Patanjali says that the mind is a bundle of thoughts. You know, when you talk about identity, when I say that my name is so and so, I have done this, I have done that, what am I telling you about myself? These are the labels that the world has put on my forehead. These are my achievements in this life. But is this what I am? No. These are imprints upon my soul. My soul is what remains when all these things are thrown out, when my name is out, when my parentage is out, when my history is out, when my memories are out. Whatever remains is the real me. So that is what Mir is saying. That is the beginning of spirituality. When you see yourself as who you are, not somebody that the world has made you into. So that's a very beautiful starting point for anyone. Mir is full of very, very, what should I say, beautiful, exalted poetry. गालिब कहीं इसके करीब करीब भी नहीं है भाई.
So you like spiritual angle to it a lot. तो सर आप खुद भी लिखते हैं? Do you write?
मैं लिखता क्या हूँ, बस ये है कि आदमी को प्रैक्टिस में रहना चाहिए. हो सकता है कोई अच्छी चीज आ जाए, कभी आमद हो जाए. और वैसे तो मैं एक प्ले भी लिख रहा हूँ रूमी और शम्स तबरेज की लाइफ के ऊपर, और उम्मीद है कि एक आध महीने में पूरा भी हो जाएगा. एंड आई वांट इट टू रीच द थिएटर्स, एंड I want the people to know the relationship between Shams of Tabriz and Rumi, because nobody talks about the role that Shams played. And Shams was a teacher, mind you. Shams played in the life of Rumi. Rumi also was a teacher in his own way, but Rumi's teacher was Shams, and that is what I'm going to focus on. I've written more than half of it, and just a matter of time before it comes out, and then maybe after a quick revision and a little bit of inputs from my theater friends, I'll give it a final shape.
Inshallah. So you act, you work in the theater. Do you act or do you direct? Or
So there was a time, when we were at the university, we were doing everything. We were writing, we were acting, we were singing, we were quizzing, we were debating, we were doing everything. So we did a few plays. We did Candida, we did Macbeth, we did Arms and the Man, and we put up a number of Hindi plays at the Ravindra as well.
Oh, great. So एक चीज ये बताइए, जो बदलती हुई जुबान है उससे भी एक जगह के जो कल्चर में और एक जगह के जो पूरे आबो हवा में जो फर्क आ रहा है
जी.
उसको आप आंक सकते हैं. आपको लगता है कि जो जबान बदलती है वो it reflects that, or what is it?
जो मेरा अपना एक्सपीरियंस है जबान को लेकर के, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि शुरुआत में लफ्ज बहुत कम होते थे. बहुत कम होने के बावजूद भी बहुत मानी खेज होते थे. They were loaded with meaning. धीमे धीमे क्या हुआ कि लैंग्वेज डेवलप होने लगी. लैंग्वेज में फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच आ गई, डेकोरेशंस आ गए, अलंकार आ गए. लैंग्वेज बिकेम so beautiful that people forgot that it was a medium. Language became beautiful by itself. So even if you had nothing to say, if your language was beautiful, you were known to be a poet and you had a lot of admirers. धीमे धीमे क्या हुआ कि by the time we come to let's say the later Vedic period, language is a very highly developed thing. Language language appears in the Bhagavad Gita, language appears in the Mahabharata, the Ramayana, and there the language is beautiful. Not only beautiful, there is a balance of form and content. If the content is such that the language has to be made beautiful, you make the language beautiful. If the content is about boredom, about horror, then you make your language accordingly horrible or boring. That kind of a thing can be seen. Then something happened, people started using words without thinking, and they spoke very well, they wrote very well, but there was hardly any meaning in what they were saying. So the more words they used, the smaller was the semantic content. The meaning began shrinking. We come to the time of the Ramayana when it is said, Pran jai par vachan na jai. The word is so important that one should give up one's life but not dishonor one's word. Think of that time and think of the days in which we are living, where words don't mean a thing. People talk for 45 minutes without saying anything, right? And they speak beautifully. They have, thousands, lakhs and lakhs of people who are listening to them. But what are they saying? Nonsense. So this is what has happened to language. And it is not something that has happened to language alone. It is something that has happened to the entire culture. People who are using this language, they are all in the same ship. All of them are talking from morning till night and not saying anything. I'm sure that with the digital things that have now come to the fore, a time will come when people will start using words more economically, more, thoughtfully, and they will not abuse words. Words are meant to be used. You don't abuse them. You don't speak for half an hour and not say anything. That's not done. But what is happening is that this digital thing that has now come is going to make everybody realize that nobody has the time to listen to extensive speeches and all that. You come to the point, say your thing, and get lost. I think language, these things keep on happening. This is a balancing act, and there will very soon come a time when words will not be spoken unnecessarily.
I hope that happens because अभी तो exactly जैसे आपने कहा कि लोग पूरी स्पीचेस दे लेते हैं और उसका मतलब कुछ भी नहीं होता है. I mean, it is all feel good basically. So it makes you feel good in the moment, and 10 मिनट के बाद if you sit and analyze, you would not even remember you wouldn't even understand कि context क्या था, क्या कहना चाह रहे थे, exactly उसका निचोड़ क्या निकल रहा है. जैसे कि अभी वो AI generated tweets आने लगी हैं. अभी तो actually 2 countries के head of the states ने 2 tweets ऐसी करी जिनका कोई सर पैर नहीं था. मतलब बेसिकली उन्होंने कहा कुछ नहीं और वो ट्वीट थी बस, और पता नहीं क्या कहना चाह रहे थे, क्या नहीं कहना चाह रहे थे. उसको लोगों ने बैठ के एनालाइज भी किया कि ये कहना क्या चाह रहे हैं.
एक बहुत बड़ा मुल्क है, उसके जो वो हैं प्रेसिडेंट जनाबे सदर हैं, वो कुछ भी कह देते हैं. वो आज कुछ कहेंगे, शाम को कुछ और कहेंगे, कल सुबह कुछ और कह देंगे. उनकी बात को बहुत ज्यादा सीरियसली लोग लेते नहीं हैं, और जब ऐसा लगता है कि वो मजाक कर रहे हैं तो बहुत सीरियस होते हैं, और जब लोगों को लगता है बहुत सीरियसली बात करते हैं तो मजाक होता है. तो अब लोग चुन के ला रहे हैं ऐसे लोगों को, तो क्या किया जाए? वी हैव टू सफर देम एज लॉन्ग एज दे आर हियर.
तो क्योंकि हम मॉडर्न टाइम्स की बात कर रहे हैं, कंटेम्पररी टाइम्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो एआई एक बड़ा मुद्दा बन चुका है। वो मेरे ख्याल से वो हर कॉन्वर्सेशन में कहीं ना कहीं कूद ही आता है। सो एआई हैज बिकम गो टू फॉर पीपल। अब वो अपना दिमाग चलाने की जगह, बल्कि मैंने खुद ट्राई किया, मैंने जब शुरू में 2 साल पहले जब एआई रिलीज हुआ था, तो ये दोस्त यार बहुत बातें कर रहे थे कि अरे यार वो ये भी कर देता है, वो भी कर देता है। तो हमने उसको सिनेरियोज दिए और बोला कि इस पे पोइट्री लिख दो। तो उसने अच्छे खासी एक पोइट्री लिख के प्रेजेंट कर दी। So
जी
now with that happening, do you think it will somehow, I mean, and a lot of people are using it. So will it uh, shrink our ability to think, probably?
नो नो
Nahin? Mm-hmm.
नहीं see when AI takes over your language,
Mm-hmm.
AI is just doing something that is verbal, it is not cerebral. But when a
Right.
human uses language, they are not just words, but there is a feel to those words, there is a thought behind those words. AI is just a language, क्या बोलते थे उसको जब आया
Model,
था?
language model, large language
No, no,
model.
नहीं, there used to be, like word something चलता था पहले. अरे जब डॉस पे कंप्यूटर होता था, there was a name to it. I'm forgetting it.
Okay.
Word something it was called. So it's just a machine, turning
Mm-hmm.
out words that make sense. But there is no feeling to it. There is no thought behind it. There may be some kind of, thought that the machine has generated, but it's not going to be the same as the thought coming out of the mind of a human being after he has been through an experience, or just when he is at the edge of some kind of a huge experience. Those feelings are not going to be there. और ये ठीक भी है. See, AI, there were a number of people who were not able to write their mails, who were not able to write applications. So it's a good thing for them. There were writers who had very good ideas, but who were not able to complete their chapters. So AI will be of great help to such writers.
Yes, true. Huh?
Maybe there are writers who have very good ideas, but who don't have the words, to express their beautiful ideas. AI will be of help to them. But then there will always be a few people who will turn up something that is going to amaze the world, something like the wasteland. It comes out and then you are speechless. You have nothing to say after that. होता है.
Farah ne likha hai that was Word Perfect was DOS operated app. Are you talking about Word Perfect?
Okay, okay. They used to have these softwares, Word
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Okay.
So it is something like that. Okay. See, we are not using AI to its full potential. AI is supposed to be used in the sciences. It is supposed to be used for coding. It is supposed to be used to create designs, programs, all those things. Language is a very basic part of AI. It's nothing. But we are moving towards a very different period. And as I think Carl Sagan was saying that somewhere on YouTube, he said that there will come a time in the future when the humans will have more of the robotic elements in them, and the robots are going to have more of the human elements in them. The machine wants to
Become the
become
human.
human, and the human wants will will become a machine. Your heart is not working properly. You 3D print a heart and you put it inside. So there is a little bit of plastic inside your body. Kidneys are not working. 3D print a kidney and put it inside.
इस पे याद आया, I think recently a man completed a month with a titanium heart while he is awaiting transplant.
Here you go. So there will come a time in the future before the crossover when humans will be turning into machines and the machines will be turning into humans.
Humans.
अब आप सोचिए कहाँ जा रहे हैं? You know, we all move in the direction in which we haven't gone. The human being is going to turn into a machine and the machine wants to be like a human being. तो ये होने वाला है. And then there will be the crossover of cultures. You know, like
Right.
the Western culture comes to India, the Indian culture goes to West. There will come a time when the West will become East and the East will become West. ये होता रहता है. So let's see what happens.
True, very true. Okay.
Machines.
So, कोई ऐसी लाइन है, कोई ऐसा पंक्तियां हैं जिनको आप अपने आप को रिपीट करते हैं, या जब भी आपको कुछ चैलेंजिंग लगता है या वो लगता है तो वो you like love to read that?
यार frankly speaking, इतना कुछ पढ़ने के बाद, इतना कुछ पढ़ाने के बाद कोई एक खास लाइन नहीं होती है जो दिमाग में रहती है. बस जैसा मौका होता है उस तरह की लाइन अपने आप निकल के आ जाती है. तो इट्स नॉट लाइक कि there are a few lines towards which you drift. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. मेरे साथ ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. So maybe Pandit Nehru was very fond of those things. I like the poem because it is an interconnected rubaiyat. The form has been borrowed from the rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, and that is what I like about that poem. And the repetition at the end is not just for style, but you can't end the poem without repeating the last line. So that is beautiful. Otherwise, उसमें ये कहना कि उस समय मोटिवेट हो गया, इंस्पायर हो गया, all that is nonsense.
अच्छा, ठीक है. अगर किसी यंग टीचर को आप एक बुक अगर रिकमेंड करना चाहें ताकि वो उसकी अपने डेवलपमेंट के लिए, तो कौन सी करेंगे?
अपने डेवलपमेंट के लिए
डेवलपमेंट मतलब आप चाहेंगे कि एज अ यंग टीचर यू वुड हैव रेड दैट, you could have read that book early on.
Yeah, there are so many books. For example, you've got to read The Catcher in the Rye. You've got to read To Kill a Mockingbird. You've got to read your Charles Dickens. Dickens पढ़ना चाहिए. Dickens खूब पढ़ना चाहिए. I think that is something that every teacher must read because it will create empathy. It will create a feeling, you know, for the oppressed, the downtrodden. I think Dickens will be my recommendation. लोग कम पढ़ना चाहते हैं Dickens को because he used to write very thick books, but he is wonderful.
Right. So, as a principal, I mean, what has been your most fulfilling moment or moments, basically, जिसके बारे में ज़्यादा बात नहीं होती, but still it somehow touched you?
Yeah, what happens is that in India, there are these waves that come into education. एक
Right.
बार वो आया कि सब CCE होना चाहिए, everything has to be continuous and comprehensive and everything, and every 2 months and every day there is a test and this happens and that happens. वो चला 2-3 साल. फिर उसके बाद आया होलिस्टिक होना चाहिए, फिर ये चला, फिर वो चला. ये सब होता रहता है यहाँ पे. और ले दे के जो एजुकेशन है जहाँ की है वहीं पे बैठी रहती है, वो आगे नहीं बढ़ती. ठीक है. So basically what needs to be done now is that a few sensible people should sit together, find out what is horrible about this Macaulian system of education and develop their own education system. ये कौन कहता है कि दिन में 8 ही पीरियड होने चाहिए? अरे किसी दिन 3 रखिए, किसी दिन 5 रखिए, किसी दिन 7 रखिए. आपसे ये कौन कहता है कि डेली 8 पीरियड होने चाहिए? 40-40 मिनट के. एक पीरियड लंबा चल गया तो उसको 3 घंटे चलने दीजिए. एक पीरियड नहीं चल पा रहा उसको खत्म कर दीजिए, दूसरा चालू. देयर हैज टू बी, यू नो, some people will have to sit and work out the whole thing. This idea of having so many subjects and giving 3 periods to this subject and 7 periods to this subject and 9 periods. All that is nonsense. Students should be allowed to pick their classes. They should be allowed to go and sit. If the child is interested in art, let him go and sit in the art room. If he is interested in AI, let him go and sit in the robotics room. If he is interested in drones, let him go to the field and fly his drones. So, after you've taught them basic numeracy, the alphabets, how to read, how to write, how to calculate, I think children should be allowed to do whatever they feel like doing. Now, that appears to be a rather chaotic kind of model. No, but that is the way in which education happens. See, when you like something, अगर आपको मान लीजिए रोगन जोश बनाना है, तो आपने उसको सीखा, उसमें लग करके आपको बैठ के उसको बनाना पड़ेगा. यू कांट से कि नहीं अभी केवल इसमें तेल पड़ा है, अब तेल पड़ने के आगे वाला जो हिस्सा है ये कल होगा. You can't do that. There are chunks that have to be taken together. And this system of having 8 periods, it doesn't work. It has to be more organic, more natural, and there should not be hard and fast rules. कि चलो आज साइंस पढ़ाते हैं, चलो आज फिजिक्स करते हैं, let's do physics for 3 days. But then that is going to disturb the entire model of education. What are the other teachers going to do? कौन से grades बैठेंगे इनके साथ, बाकी grades क्या करेंगे? People will have to sit, exchange some ideas and make this education a little more realistic. उनसे न्यूटन्स थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन और सेकंड लॉ ऑफ मोशन पट 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 करके उन्होंने सुना दिया, उनके कुछ समझ में आया, नहीं समझ में आया, एग्जाम में 90% आ रहे हैं. क्या मतलब है इसका? तो a few people will have to sit and work it out again. This system of education is not very satisfactory.
So वैसे भी हमारा जो system of education है वो तो industrial revolution का remnant है, because we wanted a workforce.
Amir, it is designed to turn out clerks. Khatam.
Yes. So we wanted a workforce. So that's what we are being made actually.
नहीं, उसके लिए आप रखें इंस्टीट्यूशंस जो वो सब बनाएं. बट एजुकेशन, जो एलिमेंट्री एजुकेशन होता है यार, दैट हैज टू बी बेस्ड इन ह्यूमन वैल्यूज, नॉट व्हाट सोसाइटी रिक्वायर्स. है ना?
True. I think that is very, very true, and it should be done like that. I really do believe that it should be done.
People must be sitting somewhere and thinking along those lines. It's just that it's not coming up. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm sure people must be thinking about it. Finland
का काफी अच्छा है. I think
जबरदस्त
Ireland में
फिनलैंड ने सब वो डाला था, computers, tablets, and now they have realized after spending so much of money that it doesn't work. So now they are following a hybrid system. So much of money has been wasted, but it's okay. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Change it.
At least they are ready to change, and they tried and they are ready to change. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो change नहीं कर रहे. So even in Australia, मेरे ख्याल से 15 साल या कितना years के below जो है उन्होंने they have said
they're banning mobile phones and all these
no
electronic
technology.
devices.
Right, exactly.
Yes. That's very nice.
True. Very true. That's very nice. So okay, this brings me to a question. Okay, we are talking about education and how it needs to be overhauled. So in this regard, I mean, I know it's a little disconnected question, but it's still coming to my mind. What legacy means to you? I mean, not as a teacher, as a principal, as a human being. Yeah.
भाई होती तो है legacy. There are certain things from the past, things that have been handed down to us that have a lot of value, that have, in fact, there are certain things that are priceless.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be handed down to the next generation. There are new things which will be ushered in. as and when they arise. But there are certain things from the past that need to be carried into the future. Otherwise, it's all going to be so new that people who belong to the older generations will not have any say in whatever is going on. So, there has to be continuity. Maybe after 5 or 6 generations, if they feel that this is not proper, let it go. But there are things from the past that need to carry on into the future. There is so much in the scriptures, there is so much in ancient poetry, there is so much in sculpture, there is so much in architecture, there is so much in medicine, there is so much in mysticism, spirituality, which needs to be carried forward. And there are things in mathematics which are happening now, and there were things that happened in mathematics in the earlier times. So somebody has to sit and take what is necessary and leave whatever is useless. That sorting has to happen from time to time. I think after every 2 or 3 generations, that happens on its own. Only those things that have a relevance in the future, they will go into the future. But some good things are dying. For example, the values, humans looking after their aged parents, caring for their grandchildren. These are things that have value. Sad to see that some of these things are going into the background.
Yes, they are actually. They are becoming more selfish in a way, self-oriented in a lot of ways.
सेल्फिश है, मीन है, सेल्फिश हैं बिल्कुल. In a way कुछ नहीं, in every way they're mean and selfish. But that is not a good sign,
That's not a
for
good
any
sign.
culture.
वैसे तो लोग कहते हैं सर कि ये सब चीजें पहले भी होती थी. वो जब पुराने टेक्स्ट पढ़ते हैं तो उस दिन भी एक हमारे दोस्त बोल रहे थे, और एक वो असीरियन टैबलेट्स वाला किस्सा तो है ही है, जिसमें वो लिखा हुआ है कि ये जनरेशन बहुत खराब हो चुकी है. वो 2500 साल पुरानी टैबलेट है, उसमें लिखा हुआ है कि ये जनरेशन बहुत खराब हो चुकी है, बड़ों की इज्जत
अनुनाकी
नहीं
वाले
है, ये नहीं ये बड़ों
ग्रेट
की
गॉड
इज्जत नहीं
अनुनाकी.
है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है. लेकिन फिर भी मुझे लगता है कि हो सकता है कि मेरा मायोपिक व्यू हो, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि जिस स्केल पे अब चीजें हो रही हैं, हिस्ट्री में कभी इस स्केल पे कोई चीज हुई नहीं है.
ये
तो
बात तो सच है कि whatever is happening in technology, particularly in ये आपका robotics, quantum computing, and all these technologies that are coming up, things like this have never happened, and they are going to happen more rapidly in the future. So I think we need to create students who are flexible, who can change from first gear to fifth gear in no time. So we need to create more people who are geared to understanding and using the technologies that are now emerging, because the world is going to change and change beyond recognition. If you look at the kind of thing that China has been doing behind that Great Wall, so now these things have started coming out, and we know what China was so busy doing. Otherwise, we never used to hear anything that is going on in China. We only heard about the Tiananmen Square incident, and after that, suddenly, they are in a position to have the yuan as the currency of the entire world.
there's a lot of propaganda everywhere.
There is a lot of propaganda. AI is being used, to further lies, to perpetuate myths, propaganda, sab ho raha hai. Everything is happening. So we have to make sure that our children don't fall into these traps. They know that this is fake and this is okay. I'm sure they will develop a few things to identify what is fake and what is genuine.
आई थिंक वो नेचुरली उनमें इनबिल्ट आने लगेगा. जैसे वो अभी की जनरेशन को टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करना सिखाना नहीं पड़ता है, उनसे सीखना पड़ता है. So I
आप ये
think it will.
बताएं, when a duck comes out of the egg, Nobody teaches it to swim. It
Seriously.
enters the water and begins to swim. तो ऐसी कोई चीज नहीं है जो हमारी सबकॉन्शियस में है नहीं. अब उनको जब वो पैदा होते हैं उसके बाद अगर दूध भी पिलाना हो तो वो उसको कार्टून दिखा के दूध पिलाया जाता है. तो क्यों ना आए उसे? आएगा ही. Because that is the way in which you are bringing them up.
Yes. That is actually the way. Anyway, दुनिया से वापस आते हैं. Let's talk about you a little bit because we have. I mean, आपको बात करना नहीं पसंद इसलिए मैंने सवाल भी कम पूछे आपके बारे में. लेकिन ये बताइए कि आप क्या करते हैं जब आप डाउटफुल होते हैं या बहुत फटीग क्रीपन करता है? So.
देखो यार, मैं सो जाता हूँ. I fall asleep.
Okay.
And when I am in doubt, I just try to shut up. And I think until, I have found some kind of an answer. And then I open my mouth. But if there is a doubt, and it's good to have doubts, तो वो जरूरी होता है क्योंकि उसके बाद जो सवाल पूछे जाते हैं वो बहुत अहम होते हैं और उन्हीं से जवाब आता है. जहां तक ये सब जो स्टैंडर्ड चीजें हैं हम लोगों को पकड़ाई जाती हैं जनरेशन टू जनरेशन, फेथ, बिलीफ, इसमें मेरा ये मानना है कि फेथ वहां तक जरूरी है जहां तक नॉलेज आपने एक्वायर न की हो. आप किसी नए शहर में जाते हैं, किसी से पूछते हैं भाई रेलवे स्टेशन कहाँ है, वो कहेगा ऐसे जाइए फिर बाएं मुड़ जाइएगा रेलवे स्टेशन है. यू हैव टू हैव फेथ इन हिज वर्ड्स. बट व्हेन यू हैव रीच्ड द स्टेशन, आफ्टर दैट यू डोंट रिक्वायर फेथ, यू हैव नॉलेज. यू सी, तो यहाँ पे फेथ से आगे ही लोग नहीं निकल पाते हैं. यू हैव टू गो फर्दर देन दैट इनटू the sphere of knowledge, into the sphere of experience. That is not happening. faith को लेके वो पूरा जो है इतना बड़ा कमोशन क्रिएट कर दिया गया है कंट्री में. जस्ट द फेथ. अरे फेथ के आगे भी तो बड़ी है. वेयर इज द नॉलेज दैट कम्स आफ्टर दैट फेथ? तो चीजें हैं, धीमे धीमे पहुंचती हैं लेकिन आएंगे.
So I think one of the reasons for that is कि हम दूसरे की बात सुन लेते हैं लेकिन अपने आप एक्सप्लोर नहीं करते ना, एक्सपीरियंस करने की कोशिश नहीं करते हैं.
भाई हमारे एजुकेशन ने हमें फुर्सत ही नहीं दी ये सब करने की. उसमें बोला गया कि जो मैंने नोट्स लिखाए हैं वही नोट्स एग्जाम में लिख देना, इसके अलावा अगर कुछ लिखा तो मैं काट दूंगा. तो वो कहां से निकालेगा?
True. That is very true. That is actually very true. So, ऐसी कौन सी चीज है, ऐसी कौन सी बात है जो आपको लगता है कि हमें या किसी टीचर को या हमें बेसिकली अपने आप से रिपीट करते रहना चाहिए जब तक कि हम उसे फाइनली अपने अंदर उतार नहीं लें?
पहली बात तो यह है कि अगर एक टीचर क्लास 12 में पढ़ा रहा है तो उसकी जानकारी सिर्फ क्लास 12 के किताबों की नहीं होनी चाहिए. उसके ऊपर की भी होनी चाहिए. वो सिर्फ 10 साल से अगर क्लास 12 पढ़ा रहा है तो क्लास 12 की किताब में जो सवाल दिए हुए हैं उसके अलावा उसने कुछ किया ही नहीं है. उसको चाहिए कि वो और अंदर जाए, चीजों को निकाल के लाए, जो प्रोसेसेस हैं, एक्सपेरिमेंट्स हैं, जो एनालिसिस हुई है उसको सामने रख के डिस्कस किया जाए. ये सारी चीज टीचर को करते रहना है. जिस टीचर को ये लग गया कि वो एकदम फुली डेवलप्ड है, अब उसको कुछ पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं, उसको फौरन निकाल के बाहर कर देना चाहिए या प्रिंसिपल बना देना चाहिए. क्योंकि जहां पे टीचर ने अपने दिमाग का डेवलपमेंट करना छोड़ दिया, पढ़ना लिखना छोड़ दिया, तो फिर उसको टीचर बनने का कोई मतलब नहीं है. Every day we find out 13, 14, 15 things that are new, even at this age. And we look for ways in which we can pass it, to the next generation. So the teachers should be overflowing with ideas, with knowledge. वो होता नहीं है। पढ़ते हैं नहीं लोग, किताब खोल के ऐसे बैठते हैं तो नींद आ जाती है, नीचे पहुंचते हैं तो ऊपर का भूल जाते हैं, पन्ना पलटते हैं तो पीछे के पन्ने भूल जाते हैं। ये तो दिमाग लेके चल रहे, आयोडीन की कमी है, नमक में आयोडीन मिला के दिया जा रहा है। दुनिया में हाई स्कूल के बाद बीए होता है, यहाँ पे एक इंटरमीडिएट क्लास लगा दिया गया है कि 2 साल और लगेंगे आपके दिमाग को डेवलप होने। तो ये सब थोड़ा सा दिमाग को चलाना है।
शिफाली, एक सवाल पूछें कि लखनऊ में इतने सारे, लखनऊ में क्या इंडिया में इतने सारे स्कूल्स बिजनेस हाउसेस की तरह क्यों रन करे जा रहे हैं?
क्योंकि उसमें स्कोप बहुत है, पैसा मिलता
पैसा
है।
बहुत है।
और हर घर में कम से कम एक आध बच्चे तो हैं ही, तो हर घर में एक क्लाइंट है, तो क्यों नहीं बिजनेस चलेगा। लेकिन बिजनेस आप करें, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ जो एजुकेशन होती है वो देते रहिए, किसी को बुरा नहीं लगेगा। बस सिर्फ वो ब्रांड बना लेते हैं, हाइप क्रिएट कर देते हैं, ये स्कूल, वो स्कूल, वो स्कूल, और उसके बाद जाइए तो सब एक जैसा है। कोई उसमें एक स्कूल और दूसरे स्कूल में कोई फर्क नहीं। इट इज जस्ट द डिफरेंस ब्रॉट बाय द डिफरेंट टीचर्स दैट द स्कूल हैज। We have a different set of teachers, the other school has a different set of teachers. The school is only as good or bad as the teachers. Khatam.
वेरी ट्रू। सुनंदा सर, आपसे एक लास्ट सवाल मेरा। What advice will you give to people? I mean, इतने सारी एडवाइसेस आपने ऑलरेडी दे दी हैं। आई थिंक अभी आपने बोला कि सीखते रहना चाहिए, लर्न करते रहना चाहिए। उसके पहले भी आपने बोला कि वन शुड इनकलकेट, जो कुछ भी वो पढ़ रहा है उसको वो फेथ के आगे लेकर जाए। ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें आपने बोली, लेकिन वन थिंग दैट यू रियली वांट पीपल टू इंटरनलाइज वंस एंड फॉर ऑल,
वो ये है कि अपनी इंसानियत को पकड़ के रखना है। कहीं ये मशीनों के चक्कर में हम मशीन ना बन जाए, या मशीन बनने की अगर डिजायर किसी के अंदर है तो जरूर बनेंगे। ये भी है भाई, इंसान देखना चाहता था तो आंखें हो गई उसके, ना देखना चाहता आंखें ना होती। तो अगर वो मशीन बनना चाहेगा तो जरूर मशीन बनेगा। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इंसान को अपनी इंसानियत बचा के रखनी चाहिए। मशीन की दुनिया अलग है, हमारी दुनिया अलग है। ठीक है, देर आर पॉइंट्स वेयर वी मीट, देर आर पॉइंट्स वेयर वी नीड ईच अदर, बट one should not mistake one for the other. The human should remain a human and a machine should remain a machine. क्या हो, एक मैं आपको वाकया बताता हूँ। विंसेंट वैन गॉग थे, पेंटर, इम्प्रेशनिस्ट। पॉल गोगान से बहुत कुछ सीखा था उन्होंने। तो वो पहले फोटोग्राफिक तरीके से पेंटिंग बनाते, जैसे आप ये बैठे हुए हैं, आपकी हूबहू शक्ल उन्होंने कैनवस पे उतार दी। तो पॉल गोगेन ने बहुत अच्छी बात कही थी। उसने कहा विंसेंट, इन अ फ्यू इयर्स, वो तब पिन होल कैमरा आ चुका था, उन्होंने कहा कि इन अ फ्यू इयर्स दे विल हैव द कलर कैमरा एंड द पेंटर विल रन आउट ऑफ बिजनेस। डोंट पेंट द सब्जेक्ट, पेंट द इंप्रेशन दैट द सब्जेक्ट हैज ऑन योर माइंड। वहां पेंटिंग बच गई, वरना फोटोग्राफी के आने के बाद पेंटर का काम खत्म हो गया था। मेरे ख्याल से एजुकेशन के सामने भी कुछ इसी तरह की चीज है कि धीमे धीमे करके जब मशीन लर्निंग वगैरह चालू होगी, मशीन्स आ रही हैं, क्लास में पढ़ा रही हैं और लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, समझ रहे हैं, आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, तो कुछ ऐसा करना है कि जो ह्यूमन चीजें हैं वो बाकी रह जाएं। सारी चीजें मशीन से अगर टेक ओवर कर लेंगी तो बहुत मुश्किल आने वाली है। We have to come up with something so that education remains something human. ये बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि जो इंसान दुनिया में जाएगा वो वही लेकर के जाएगा जो स्कूलों ने उसे दिया है। और बहुत जरूरी है कि इंसानियत की जो बीज होती है वो उसके दिमाग के अंदर डाल दी जाए। और उसको बचा कर रखता, महफूज रखता, क्योंकि बहुत खतरे आ रहे हैं आने वाले दौर में। आसान यही होगा कि सारा काम मशीनों को दे दो। 4 टीचर नहीं है कि चलो 2 रोबोट लगा दो, ये स्मार्ट क्लास लगा, ये सब इसको प्रोग्राम कर दिया एआई ने, फट 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 चालू हो गया, बच्चे बैठे प्रोग्राम। तो वो वक्त बहुत दूर नहीं है।
हाँ, ये तो जाहिर है। बहुत से लोग ऑलरेडी बोलना शुरू कर दिया कि मशीन्स थकती नहीं है, एआई बोर नहीं होता, एआई से आप कुछ भी पूछते रहिए, उसका कोई फटीग लेवल नहीं है। सो यू
वन टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट है,
वन टाइम
उसको हर
इन्वेस्टमेंट
महीने
है।
तनख्वाह नहीं देनी है, एक बार खरीद के ले आइए तो फिर रहेगा वो। आई थिंक ज्यादा सूट करेगा इकोनॉमिकली लोगों को।
बिल्कुल करेगा।
तो यही
सो
सारी
वो
चीजें हैं भाई।
अगर ह्यूमन वैल्यू डिसअपियर हो जाएगी तो फिर जाहिर है कि फिर मशीन से इजीली रिप्लेस हो जाएंगे आप। दैट इज ट्रू। एंड वो जो
और
बात
बहुत
कर रहे
तेज
थे,
होगा ये। This is going to happen very rapidly in the next 10 years. You will see the schools claiming that we are totally,
रन बाय
you know,
एआई। यस।
run by machines. वो अपना
लेकिन
क्लेम
उसमें
करेंगे, बहुत
उसमें
बड़ी चीज है।
पेरेंट्स भी बड़ा फख्र महसूस करेंगे कि हमारे
हाँ
बच्चा
जी
जाता है
जी
वहां
जी।
सिर्फ एआई पढ़ाती है।
फख्र तो ये किसी चीज को लेकर के महसूस कर लेते हैं, बस इन्हें फख्र महसूस करना है। हाँ
आइडेंटिटी का चक्कर फंस जाता है ना।
जी।
आपने ऑलरेडी आइडेंटिटी के बारे में कहा है। सो दैट इज वेयर वी गेट स्टक बेसिकली। ओह वाओ,
बहुत
दैट वाज a brilliant discussion with you, sir. Thank you so much for taking out time, and मालूम ही नहीं चला इतनी जल्दी इतना वक्त निकल गया। It was absolutely good, and I think there's so much to talk to you about. I would मुझे मालूम है मैं कभी सेल्फ इनवाइट नहीं करता हूँ अपने आप को, बट I'll still like to self invite myself and meet you someday if you have time. And
Anytime, Amit, anytime. Such a pleasure talking to you, brother.
such a
अच्छा
pleasure
लगा।
talking to you, sir. So हम सच्चिदानंद सिंह साहब से बात कर रहे थे। सॉरी आई मिसप्रोनाउंस दैट नेम। मेरे सच्चिदानंद, इज दैट करेक्ट प्रोनाउंसिएशन सर? आई एम सो सॉरी आई
Correct,
मिसप्रोनाउंस।
correct,
सर,
correct. No problem.
सर से बात कर रहे थे, कॉलिन तालुकेदार के प्रिंसिपल। And I think if you have listened to this entire interview, or if you joined us now, I would, you know, goad you into listening to this entire interview, because you would pick up some real good thoughts from here. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time. And thank you so much. And it's absolutely my pleasure to make your acquaintance. And I hope to connect with you once again sometime in the future. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Amit. Bye.
And as for the rest of you, we'll be meeting again next Sunday with a new guest. Thank you so much for being here, and have a lovely week ahead. Good night and bye-bye. Bye, sir.